Hey, 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 what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Native Speakers, the channel where we make English feel less like a textbook and more like a conversation with your best friend.
That's right. I'm Sarah, your language-loving, coffee-addicted co-host, and I am so excited about today's lesson because honestly, this one is special.
And I'm Johnny, the guy who will embarrass himself in public just so you don't have to. And trust me, today's topic, I have personally embarrassed myself more times than I'd like to admit.
Oh, we are definitely getting into that story later. But first, welcome to Native Speakers, where we teach you the English that nobody else is teaching you.
Let's get into it.
Okay, before we jump in, we want to ask you something, and we really want you to answer this in the comments below, because we read every single one.
Here's the question. Have you ever been at a sports event or watching a game with friends, and you understood what was happening on the field, but you had no idea what the people around you were saying?
Like everyone is screaming and laughing and talking, and you're just nodding and smiling, hoping nobody asks you a direct question?
Because if you say the wrong thing at a sports event, people look at you like you just insulted your grandmother.
So tell us in the comments, has this ever happened to you? Where were you? What sport was it? We genuinely want to know because this lesson was built for that exact moment.
And if you've never been to a sports event but you want to understand these conversations, this lesson is still absolutely for you. Keep watching.
All right, Johnny, let's set the scene. Why is it so hard to have conversations at sports events in English, even for people who already speak pretty good English?
Great question, Sarah, and I think the answer is actually really interesting. See, most English learners study from textbooks, apps, or structured lessons, and those are all great, but they teach you a very clean, very polished version of English.
Right, textbook English, the kind where someone says, "Excuse me, could you please direct me to the nearest restroom?"
Exactly. But when you're at a basketball game and someone spills their drink and turns to you and goes, "Dude, did you see that call? That ref is blind." Your textbook is not going to save you.
Not even a little bit.
Sports event English is fast, emotional, full of slang, full of idioms, and it changes depending on the sport, the country, and even the team. It's like its own little language.
And that is exactly what we're going to break down today. We're going to walk you through real conversations, the kind you actually hear, and we're going to explain what everything means, why people say it, and how you can use it yourself.
Think of this as your survival guide to sports event English.
Love that. Okay, let's start from the very beginning. You've just arrived at the event. Maybe it's a football game, maybe basketball, maybe soccer. You find your seat and someone is already sitting next to you. What do you say?
Conversation 1. Arriving and small talk. Okay, so I'm sitting down and I turn to the person next to me. I'd probably say something like, "Hey, big game today, huh?"
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've been looking forward to this all week.
Same. Are you a season ticket holder or...
No, my friend couldn't make it at the last minute, so I grabbed her ticket. Lucky me, right?
Ha! That is lucky. This team has been on fire lately.
Okay, pause. Let's break that down. Johnny used 3 incredibly common phrases right there that you need to know.
First, big game today, huh? This is what we call a conversation starter. The word huh at the end turns it into a casual question. It's like saying, "Don't you agree?" It's friendly, it's easy, and it instantly connects you with the person next to you.
Second, season ticket holder. Now this one is important because it's going to come up at almost any professional sports event. A season ticket holder is someone who buys tickets for every single home game of the entire season.
These people are usually super passionate fans. If you meet one, be prepared. They have opinions.
Strong opinions. Third, this team has been on fire lately. Now, on fire doesn't mean the team is literally burning, although some fan bases feel like that.
It means the team has been performing really well recently. They've been winning. They've been playing great. On fire is one of the most useful idioms in sports English because you can use it everywhere.
She's been on fire this season. He's on fire tonight. This offense is absolutely on fire.
Beautiful. Okay, so now we're settled in, we've made a little small talk, the game is about to start. What happens next?
Conversation 2. The game starts. Excitement and reactions.
This is where it gets fun and loud. The game starts and suddenly everyone has something to say. Sarah, let's do the scenario where our team scores first.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Did you see that? That was incredible.
Oh, come on, that was beautiful. He was wide open, nobody was even near him.
I told you this team was ready today. You could just feel it in the warm-up.
Honestly, we're gonna destroy them today. I can already tell.
Okay, let's unpack that. First, let's go. Possibly the most universal sports expression in American English. It means you're excited, you're encouraging your team, you're fired up. You will hear this 1,000 times at any sporting event.
It doesn't matter what sport, football, baseball, basketball, tennis, let's go works everywhere, every time.
Second, he was wide open. In sports, when a player is wide open, it means nobody from the other team is defending them. They had total freedom. This phrase is huge in basketball and football especially.
Third, you could feel it in the warm-up. This is such a natural, authentic thing that real fans say. The warm-up is the practice session before the game. When a fan says you could feel it, they mean there was an energy, a vibe that suggested the team was ready to perform.
And using phrases like this, it immediately makes you sound like a genuine, experienced fan. People will look at you and think, okay, this person knows what they're talking about.
Which is exactly the goal.
All right, conversation 3. When things go wrong, frustration and disappointment.
Sarah, listen, sports are not always exciting and wonderful. Sometimes your team makes terrible decisions, and you sit there questioning all of your life choices.
Deeply relatable. So let's do the scenario where something goes wrong. The other team scores. Our team makes a bad play.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. He had a clear shot. Why would you pass there?
That's been our problem all season. We can't hold the lead every single time.
The defense is absolutely falling apart. I don't understand what the coach is thinking.
Honestly, we need to settle down. We're still in this. It's only the second quarter.
You're right. Come on, guys, pull it together. Okay, so much to break down here. Let's go phrase by phrase.
So, you've got to be kidding me. This is an expression of pure disbelief and frustration. You use it when something happens that is so wrong, so unbelievable, that you can barely process it. It's polite enough to say in public, which is why sports fans love it.
We can't hold the lead means the team can't maintain their advantage. When your team is winning and then starts playing badly and lets the other team catch up, they are failing to hold the lead. Very common in football and basketball conversations.
The defense is absolutely falling apart. Now, falling apart means something is collapsing, breaking down, or stopping to function properly. It's a dramatic but very natural phrase. You can use it in sports and in everyday life.
We're still in this. This is a beautiful phrase. When someone says, we're still in this, they mean the game is not over. There's still a chance to win. It's motivational. It's what fans say to each other to stay positive.
And notice what Johnny did there. He shifted the energy. He went from frustration to encouragement. That's what sports conversation is. It goes up and down. It's emotional. It's alive.
And the phrase pull it together means to regain focus, to stop making mistakes, to get back to playing well. You can say it to your team, to a friend, or honestly to yourself at 7 a.m. when you can't find your keys.
So relatable.
Conversation 4. Halftime, or a break in the game. This is actually a really important moment for English learners because this is when people have deeper conversations. They're not just reacting, they're analyzing.
And this is where your vocabulary really gets to shine. Let's do it.
Okay, What do you think? What do they need to change in the second half?
Honestly, I think they need to speed up their offense. They're playing way too slow, and it's giving the other team time to set up their defense.
Agreed. And defensively, they're giving up way too many easy points. They need to tighten up.
Totally. And I think the coach needs to put in a substitute. Number 23 is clearly not having a good night.
Yeah, he's been off his game the whole first half. Hopefully the coach sees that.
I think they can still turn this around, though. This team has done it before.
Let's look at some key phrases. Tighten up. When you tell a team to tighten up, you mean they need to become more disciplined, more focused, and make fewer mistakes. It's a great phrase because it's short, direct, and sounds very natural.
Put in a substitute. A substitute, or sub, is a replacement player. When someone isn't performing well, fans often want the coach to put in someone else, meaning to swap one player for another.
Off his game. This is one of my favorite idioms because it works everywhere. When someone is off their game, they're not performing at their usual level. They're making mistakes, they look tired, they're distracted. You can say it about a sports player or about your colleague at work who keeps sending emails to the wrong person.
We all have those days. And turn this around. This means to change a bad situation into a good one. If your team is losing but then comes back to win, they turned it around. It's one of the most satisfying phrases in sports English.
Conversation 5. The final moments. Tension and celebration. Okay, we've made it to the final moments of the game. The score is close, the tension is real. This is where sports conversation gets most intense and most creative.
I can't watch. I literally cannot watch right now.
We need a stop on defense. Just one stop. Come on.
There's 30 seconds left. This could go either way.
Oh my! He scored! He scored! We won! We won!
I knew it. I knew they'd pull through. Oh my goodness, what a game.
That was insane! What a comeback! I am exhausted just from watching.
Okay, we are going through these quickly because the energy of the moment demands it.
I can't watch. This is what fans say when the tension is so high that watching is almost physically painful. It's dramatic, it's funny, and it's completely genuine. Say this at a tense moment and every fan around you will immediately connect with you.
We need a stop. In sports, a stop means preventing the other team from scoring. Fans use this all the time, especially in basketball and American football. Get a stop. We need stops right now.
This could go either way. This means the outcome is uncertain. Both teams have an equal chance of winning. It's a great phrase for building tension in a conversation.
Pull through. This means to succeed despite difficulties. When your team is behind, struggling, and then finds a way to win, they pulled through. It's an emotional phrase because it implies struggle and then triumph.
And what a comeback! A comeback is when a team was losing significantly and then fights back to win or nearly win. Comebacks are the most exciting moments in sports, and this phrase, essential.
Practical advice section. Okay, Johnny, let's talk about something really practical, because we've given people all these phrases, but how do you actually get comfortable using them?
Such a good point, and here's my honest advice. You have to put yourself in situations where you have to use them.
Right. Watch sports in English. If you're watching a game at home, watch it with English commentary. ESPN, BBC Sport, Sky Sports, these commentators are like a masterclass in sports English. They use every single phrase we've talked about today.
And here's a little game I love. Every time a commentator uses a phrase you don't understand, pause the video, write it down, and look it up. Then use it in a sentence that same day. Your brain will lock it in.
The other thing I'd recommend, find a sports community online. Reddit has sports communities for every single sport imaginable. Read the comments during a live game. People are raw, emotional, and using the most authentic English you'll ever find.
It's unfiltered, it's real, and it's genuinely entertaining.
And if you ever get the chance to go to a live sports event, go. Even if you're nervous, even if you don't know the team, put yourself in that environment, use the phrases from this lesson, and watch how naturally the conversations start to flow.
Because here's the thing, sports fans love talking about sports. If you show even a small amount of enthusiasm and use even a few of the right phrases, people will talk to you all day long.
And that conversation practice, that is gold for your English. You can't buy that in a textbook.
Okay, Johnny, you promised the viewers a story, and I always keep my promises.
Oh yes, story time, go ahead.
So, a few years ago, I took a friend who was learning English to an American football game, first time at a live NFL game. He'd studied English for 2 years, spoke pretty well, and felt confident.
Okay, I already love where this is going.
First quarter, our team throws an interception, which means the other team catches the ball when they weren't supposed to, and the guy sitting in front of us turns around completely fired up and goes, "Can you believe that? What was he thinking? That quarterback needs his head examined."
Oh no.
My friend, completely confused, turns to me and whispers, "Johnny, why does that man want the player to visit a doctor?"
That is perfect.
And I realized in that moment, this is exactly the gap that nobody is filling. People learn formal English, but they don't learn the emotional, idiomatic, real English that happens in places like sports stadiums.
And that's why we made this video, because needs his head examined, by the way, is an idiom meaning someone made such a bad decision that you wonder if they're thinking clearly. It's frustration expressed with humor.
Which is basically the definition of being a sports fan.
All right, we are coming up on the end of today's lesson, and what a lesson it has been.
Let's do a quick recap of everything we covered today. We talked about how to start conversations when you arrive at a sports event. We covered expressions of excitement, frustration, analysis during breaks, and the wild emotional roller coaster of the final moments of a game.
We learned phrases like on fire, wide open, we're still in this, off his game, tighten up, pull through, turn it around, and what a comeback.
And we gave you real practical strategies for how to actually get better at sports conversation English, including watching with English commentary, reading sports communities online, and putting yourself in real environments where English is happening.
Because here's the thing, English is not just a language, it's a living thing. It breathes differently depending on the situation you're in, and sports events are one of the richest, most emotional, most human environments where English comes fully alive.
When you understand sports English, you're not just understanding words, you're understanding culture, emotion, community, and connection. And that is what fluency really feels like.
So, go back to the beginning of this video, watch it again, write down every phrase, practice them out loud, and then find a game, sit down, and use them.
And don't forget, we asked you a question at the very beginning of this video. Have you ever been lost in an English sports conversation? Tell us in the comments. Tell us the sport. Tell us what happened. We want to know everything.
And if this lesson helped you, if even one phrase from today makes your next conversation easier, please hit that like button. It takes 1 second and it genuinely helps this channel reach more learners just like you.
Subscribe to Native Speakers if you haven't already, because we do this every week. Real English, real conversations, real situations that nobody else is teaching.
We've got lessons coming on airport English, job interview English, shopping conversations, and dealing with difficult people in English. You do not want to miss them.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep showing up, and remember, every expert was once a beginner who decided not to quit.
We'll see you in the next one.
Let's go.